Yeah. It's hesitating on the link. Oh, we go. There we go. All right. All right, we not gonna hold nothing off, man. Without further ado, welcome to Let's Talk Sports today. And as you can see already in the building, Hall of Famer, world champion. I don't say former world champions, they still world champions. No other than Mark Too Sharp Johnson. What up, champion?
Hey man, I appreciate you, man. I'm in the building, man. I really appreciate you, man, having me today, man. We're gonna have some good talk about boxing. That's all, man.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. So look, before we even get started, right? Is there anything you just want to put out there, get off your chest, just want to say to the people? Just let it go.
Well, I just want to say to the people, man, that guess what, man? I'm still the undisputed man, flyweight champ of the world. You know what I mean? I wish I could afford those guys like Chocolito. Rest in peace, my man Johnny Tabby, a great friend of mine, his family and everybody. If I could have made them fights with him, Michael Carvajal, then we could have had a great thing. But right now, man, man, I'm just chilling, enjoying myself. I'm training fighters and just enjoying myself, man, in life, man.
All right, you just touched on that training fighters. Tell the people what you're doing today, man. Which fighters you working with and things like that.
Well, I ain't gonna give you too much of a scoop, man, but I want to say one thing. I'm gonna work on two fighters, man. I got Anthony Peterson, Lamont Peterson, little brother. I'm working with Max Garland, little Max, young kid that's ready to make his debut. And man, so I'm just taking it easy, man. I got a lot of other kids I'm working with, but I don't want to discredit that right now because I don't want to open up no can of worms.
Got you. Okay, so let's go back for a minute. Man. When did you fall in love with boxing? Like, when did you know this was gonna be it for me? I'm gonna do this.
Well, my brother was better than me.
Okay.
I had a brother, man. That people don't know that was better than me, but he also worked all my corners while I was fighting. His name James Hurst. He was in the 84 Olympic trials, the 88 Olympic trials, and the 92 Olympic trials. But what people fail to realize is I was the youngest fighter in the 88 Olympic trials in the history of boxing. I was 15 years old.
Woo.
Me and my brother's in the same weight class, 106 pounds. So they wanted me and him to fight the first day. But as they put it one at the top, one at the bottom, you know what I mean? So we cleared out everything. So it was 4 fighters left. It was my brother, Michael Carvajal, me, and Earl Griffin. Earl Griffin beat me, but he tested positive for marijuana, so they supposed to reinstate me to fight the winner of my brother and Michael Carvajal. USA Boxing told my father, I wish I would give you 2 shots at the, at the championship. So, so it's a lot of things that I know about the USA politics of boxing. That a book I got get ready to come out about the USA boxing, the politics, and it's about who they can control. So when you came up with all the fighters from DC, and we had the best athletes, but they couldn't control us, so they didn't want us in the Olympics.
Wow, man, you dropping nuggets already, man. So as you turn pro, as we see you won several world championships, man. Like, what was it like when you won your first title? when you won the first one?
Man, let me tell you something. I just don't think people understand what I went through. You know, like my first professional fight, I think I got $600.
Mm.
Yeah. My second professional fight, I lost to Richie Whitten in Belfast, Ireland, who I went over there with Lewis Hardy Curtis, who fought David McCauley for the IBF championship. And I just happened to be a hang on. You know how you is, you know, you spar with somebody and you go over there. And even though me and Richie Whitten is great friends now, but I lost my second pro fight, man.
Really? But I don't think a lot of people knew that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. And then from there, still went on to become a multi-world champion, multi-division world champion, right? And a Hall of Famer.
Well, see, one thing about that is that, you know, I'd rather take a fighter that's I'd rather fight a fighter that's 10-0 than a fighter that's 9-3. I know a fighter that's 9-3 probably fought everybody else. A fighter that's 10-0, he got good management skills. So he ain't really fought nobody.
Oh, okay. Talk to us. You dropping gems. Say that again. So, because I don't think they heard that part. Say that one more time.
So my thing is, if I'm 3-0 or 4-0,
right,
I don't care about my record. I fight at 17-0, 16-0, because I know he ain't fought nobody. He got good management skills, right? The fighters that you want to stay away from is the fighters that 2-9, 3-12, 4-17, right? Because they probably don't have no managers. But look what they did. They went the distance with all these guys. You don't want that. We seen what happened with Berlanga, right?
Right.
Got dropped by a guy they said that, you know, wasn't supposed to be there.
Right.
So boxing, man, is a different sport. It's a different game.
Wow, man. You dropping
boxing is really, man. You know, I tell people this all the time, man, and people just understand. They don't understand. Boxing is organized crime. This is the only crime that you could beat somebody up and kill them and don't get locked up.
Man, organized crime. That's one way of looking at it, man. Man, you dropped the gem right there, man. You dropped the gem right there. Because I understand exactly what you mean. You said they put people in the ring with guys with an undefeated record because it's padded. But when you fight them dudes with them L's on the column, they done been through something.
Well, see, you gotta understand, man. You know, if I'm working with a fighter and I want my fighter to get to the next level, you know what I'm saying? That's what you do. So what happened with me was, you know, I got a little older in the game, and once you get older in the game, I probably moved a little fast in my interview. But you know, when you get older in the game, right? A lot of fighters want to put your name on their resume.
Right.
So I found out to the situation that, you know, at that point in time, man, when I seen the fights and the punches that I couldn't pull a trigger, I said, man, it's time for me to get out of the game. Most importantly, I wanted to get out of the game with all my faculties.
Right.
You know, that's why, you know, I had the Showtime commentating job, you know, and Paulie Malignaggi beat me out for that job. That was my job.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So me and Paulie, I worked 1 week, he worked 1 week. And for whatever he did, they liked him a little better than he liked me. But that was my job. So,
okay.
So my whole goal is that, man, you got to make sure that you're complicated on everything that you do. And that's what I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm big on boxing, but I'm big on boxing pensions. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the fighters that ruin their lives. They call what we call, and people always say back in the day, but we don't understand what it really means. Oh, he punched drunk, but we don't know what that really means. We just say that all the time, but we got a lot of fighters that need pensions. We got a lot of fighters that need help, and that's what I'm willing to work on, man. You know what I mean? Because like I'm not, as a flyweight, I probably didn't get hit that much like heavyweights, but you got a lot of heavyweights, man, that you know, that can't really speak and talk. And my whole thing was that I wanted to always be able to play with my kids and my grandkids. So I might not got all the money that I need to get, but I'm comfortable.
That's what's up, man. Let's drop some jewels on the in the ring activity. Like, you know, is it a fight that you like? You look back and say, you know what, this was the night that made me who I am, or that signature moment? Which fight was that for you?
I mean, I think every fight was that for me because you know what I'm saying. I'm an African American, a black guy from the East Coast, and I'm promoted by the LA Phone. So from '93 to '96, I'm fighting at the LA Phone. Okay. So I'm fighting all Mexican people like that. So every fight for me was a big fight for me. You know what I mean? But I think the biggest fight for me was I left for a minute. I went on vacation for a minute, as we say. We went to college. But I went to jail in 2000. I was number 2 pound for pound in the world. I had the IBF 115-pound title, and I went to jail for a year. They could have just said, okay, well, we're gonna hold the belt up and then let me come home and defend it. But they took the belt, and I came back home, and then now I won the title again. So I just feel like a lot of that stuff it makes me. It made me.
Okay. So that's another nugget that I don't think a lot of people know. You at one point in time was the number 2 pound for pound fighter in the sport. Who was number 1 at that time? If you want to drop that,
Floyd Mayweather.
I figured you were gonna say that.
It was number 2. Number 3 was Prince Ahmed.
Oh, let me ask you something. Did you ever want to fight him?
Of course, man. You like this. Let me say something. When I couldn't get the fights I want, right? I was at 112 pounds. So God bless his soul, Johnny Chabi, man, one of our best friends. We real good friends, man. God bless his soul. But when I got to the title, he didn't fight. He gave up his belt. Danny Romero. I was Danny Romero, number 1 contender at 112. He gave up his belt. I tried to fight Junior Jones. Junior Jones will fight, even though guess what? All us great friends now, right? I tried to fight.
Jones?
Yeah, I tried to fight Prince Ahmed. Guess what they said? They said, nah, we're gonna fight Kevin Kelly. That's what Kevin Kelly fought.
Yeah.
And I was coming from 112 pounds. So every fight that I try to get, man, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't get it.
You messed me up with the Junior Jones one though, man. Junior Jones.
Man, hey, I don't know how I was gonna beat him with the long arms, but I was trying to get that money.
Yo, I mean, I figured Junior Jones like this. Listen, y'all was listen, we all know it was politics then, even worse then than it is now. And just like you said, dudes just gave up their belts, and because they knew.
Well, let me say this. The reason why I'm not a millionaire is because it got Cameron Duncan. That's why I'm not a millionaire. Cameron Duncan managed Johnny Chabi, Danny Romero, all those guys. So with Top Rank, he wouldn't let them fight me. So, when he wouldn't let them fight me, that's the millionaire came in at. He stopped all that.
Wow.
And me and Cameron real good, but he know what he did. Wow. That's one thing about me, man. One thing about me is that I try to make all the best fights in the world. You know what I mean? I try to make the best fights, but it just so happened that you got an African American that's at 112 pounds that at the time really didn't do much. But you had Chiquita Gonzalez fighting Michael Carvajal. So I told Chiquita, I said, man, look, I beat you and give you the belts back. We was gonna fight, but he lost the title to Simone Sacharone, which some African Americans probably can't pronounce their names. Right. But on the West Coast, man, I was the man. I'm like that. They was ducking me. You got a couple of fighters, man, that got ducked their whole life, right? And I'm one of them. Marvin Hagler was one of them. Gary Russell was one of them. Yeah. You got people. I mean,
is it a DC thing? Is it a DC thing?
Terrence Crawford may be one of them. But it's a lot of fighters that been ducking a lot of people, man. And I've been trying to fight everybody who put their name on their plateau, nigga. I want you.
Man, is it a DC thing though? What is it about the DMV fighters, man, that they stay away from y'all like that, man?
Man, we good, man. We good down here, man. I just left the gym just now, man. With Lamont Peterson, brother Anthony Peterson,
right?
Young kid named Max Garland, man. DC, man, it's so much talent here. And if you notice, man, you got so much talent that's coming out of DC. DC got so much talent. You know what I mean? But we trying to keep the guns off the street. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Put the guns down, put the gloves up. But there's so much talent here, man.
Yeah. And
I just wish I had that Ray Leonard, that Tommy Hearns situation. Because you know what I would do, man? If I was Ray Leonard, man, And I'm calling you out, Raylan, man. You gotta come here and sign all these kids, man. These kids like that, man. They like that.
You now
I
would
went
you
to the gym today. I went to the gym today, and I was like, hold up, man. Like these motherfucking youngsters look good, right? And I was
okay,
saying, man, what would I do with them? And I don't know, man. Everything, the game, they got faster.
man? Yeah, they say we got a nice crop of fighters, young fighters coming up out here, man, and wish them all the best. And shout out to you for working with them, man, because I know not everybody get that opportunity when they go in the gym to work with an actual world champion and a Hall of Famer, man. So that's a big plus. Salute to
Well,
you
let
for
me tell
that,
you
man.
this. It's not that serious because when I go in the gym, I work with all the fighters. I only have
Right,
to do them.
right,
Because they respect me so much that they know if I tell them something, I'm gonna tell them the right thing.
right.
I'm not gonna tell you the wrong thing. So if I go in the gym and I see a kid might do a right hand or left hook, I might tell them what to do. And sometimes, let me say this though, their trainers get a little upset, like, hold up, don't talk to my fighter. I told you, I ain't into stealing no fighter. That's number one. But number two, I'm just trying to help him doing what he's doing. But I go through that all the time. You know what I mean? It's an intimidation situation when they see me at different gyms. They're intimidated by the champ.
I got a question from you from the audience. They want to know. Now, I know you see that they got a lot of celebrity boxing going on right now where the legends are coming out for fights will fight each other. Are you interested in something like that?
Hey man, I was, man. I want only one I was interested in was like Michael Carvajal or Jim Lampley or Harold Letterman, people like that. That I
You
know I
want to
can
beat
whoop.
one of them up?
Yeah, I'll be one of them, bro. You know what I'm saying? But like right now, with me coming out to fight somebody else, I don't think I want to do that.
Man, because look, man, they be all up and down like Instagram and whatever, going at each other, man. Some of the like Shannon Briggs, he be on there trying to get a fight. I know Tarver want to fight. You know what I mean? And
Well, Tarver, man. Me and Tarver talk every day, man. One of my best friends. Me and Tarver talk every day, man. One of my best friends. Man, James Tony talk like every other day. One of my best friends. So it's a heavyweight situation, man. Everything is different because their living conditions is different from a flyweight champ. So of course, a lot of them guys, they want to get back in there and do what they gotta do. I wanted to get back in there too. I was like, man, I'm gonna get back in there. I'm gonna do this. And my wife said, no. And she the boss. So I said, no.
That'll do it. That'll do it. That'll do it.
Hey, look, I be training. I be hitting the bag. So, listen, this to all the fighters out there, man. You know what we do, man. And even if you wasn't a fighter, right? If you play football or basketball, right? If you see a fight come on, you get up, start shadow boxing, right? So
right.
Even if a football game get on, you play football, you get up, start tackling dummies in your house, all that. If you're a basketball player, you be shooting in the living room tomorrow. Swish. So it's just in us, it's athletes.
Right.
And then my family, my families are athletes, like Charles Smith that played with Georgetown, my first cousin. Wow. Kirk Smith, my first cousin. So my whole family's just athletes, man.
Right. That's what's up. That's what's up. I talk to Tava on Instagram a lot too. You know what I'm saying? So wow, man. I didn't know y'all talk like that, man, because he said he was this guy. You know what I mean? That's
well, I just I just try to stay up, on the boxing thing, you know what I mean, and do what I do, man. My wife, she got her own line, Boxing Wise, Boxing Lives on Instagram or Facebook. So, that's how me and Terry Norris became real tight. My wife and Terry Norris' wife tight. Kevin Kelly, all us, man. We talk all the time. I talk all the time with these guys, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
It's a brotherhood, man.
I see, man. That's what's up, though, man. I had Zab on here a couple weeks ago. Like, was last week or the week before that? Something like we had Zab in here. And he came through, and he's doing the celebrity boxing thing. So that's why I figured that people want to know, are you down with it or not? And she said no. That's all it takes.
Well, listen, let me tell you this. I can't stop nobody from getting no money.
Right.
I would never be interested in stopping nobody getting no money. So the day I talked to Zab was the same day that James Tony came in and signed the contract.
Wow.
So I'm talking to both of them on the phones like this. Look, I'm like, I got Zab on one phone, I got James on one phone. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm real cool with both of them. So I told Zab, listen, I don't know if I'm gonna get in there, but let's let me commentate. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a great commentator. Let me commentate and do that. But I'm not coming back, man. You know, I mean, I looked at Michael Carlo. I said, man, dang, this might be a nice comeback fight. You know, I looked at Danny Romero, but I looked at all them. Them motherfuckers weigh like 170, man. I'm still like 130.
For
So they ain't gonna fight.
They done got that big, bro.
Hey, guess what, man? When you ain't gotta make weight no more, and you ain't gotta worry about doing what you're doing, like me, man, it's beautiful.
Now I'm actually
Because I told you know what? Every scale I see now, I run from.
Oh wow.
I'm ducking every scale.
Now I'm asking you a question, man. This is a tricky one right here. Was it ever a time you was in the ring and you got caught with a punch that like you just didn't know this person hit that hard or that hard and you had to like fake it just to get out the round or anything like that?
Man, let me tell you something. That dude, Rafael Marquez, man.
I was gonna ask you about that fight.
That man punched like a mule kick, like Mike Tyson said about the other guy. Yeah, Marquez, man. That's the strongest fight I ever fought, man.
You fought him twice, right? You fought him once.
The first fight, I beat him. They said I lost. They tallied up the scorecards wrong. Then the second fight, he stopped me in the 8th or 9th, but I was winning the fight. But man, when I seen him in the ring, we waiting at 118. He had to be about 150, 160. Every punch hurt. I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be a long fight. But every punch hurt, man. But he went on to do some great things, man. And then I kind of was a little older in my career as they blackballed me because they didn't want me to fight the number one guys. You know what I mean? So if you don't want me to fight the number one guys, then guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna hold me out like they trying to do Terrence Crawford.
We're gonna get to that.
Yeah.
Somebody say, do you keep up with Tony Thompson? I love to hear you two commentating on some matches.
Man, you know what? I love it, man. I do keep up with him. I do keep up with him. I follow all the boxing. I love to commentate. Tony Thompson, man, it's like it's so much that go on in the boxing world right now that you can't really keep up with everything. You got Matchroom, you got Al Heyman, you got Top Rank, you got Golden Boy, so it's a lot.
Matter of fact,
Tony Thompson, Tony Curtis, who just passed away, was my guy, man, from the LA Forum.
Wow.
That was my matchmaker. Tony Curtis from the LA Forum, who really, man, put me in a position to get a lot of things I did with the championship of the world.
Right. Last time we seen Tony Thompson, he was fighting what was it, Luis Ortiz?
Yep.
Yeah, he fought him at the Armory, right?
Yep. Big Tony, yep.
We was down there that night.
Hey, look, Big Tony fought him at the Armory. And I'm like, man, God dang, like I haven't seen him lately, but another good friend of mine as well.
Okay. All right. So since you brought it up more than once, right? You honestly think that that the fighters are honestly ducking Terrence Crawford, or is it a management issue?
Well, my thing is this. When this contract was up, he should have signed with Al Heyman and not going back with Top Rank. If he signed with Al Heyman, he would have had the fights that he wanted to get because you would be in a circle.
Right.
If you notice, Earl Spence, he was calling people out early. But I was like, I got you, but hold down. When it was Danny Garcia, Lamont Peterson, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, he was like the little kid out the circle. But so what Al said, okay, well, go ahead over there, be Carol Brooklyn, and come back, and I got you. That's what happened. Boxing is about the promotional companies, the promotional companies, and the belts.
Right. Well, he got Sean now. Man,
I was just with Sean out Vegas. I think it's gonna be a great fight. I'm looking forward to doing that. I don't like to put no opinions out there, no options out there, because they're gonna hold me to it. You know what I mean? Both of them. Sean is my great. I like Sean, good guy. You know what I mean? Man, Terrence, we met a couple of times, but man, Sean tight. So I can't really give you my opinion on the fight.
I know you tight.
I just think it's gonna be a great fight. I think Sean always come to fight. He always come to rumble, and you know what you're gonna get from Sean. You know what you get from Terrence.
That's what's up. And we wish Earl a speedy recovery. And I still think that fight happens next year if Earl come back from the eye injury. You know what I mean?
I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
I say, you know, keeping Earl in our prayers, hoping he recover from his injury. And I still think him and Terrence get it on sometime next year. You know what I'm saying?
But is that too late?
Nah,
You know,
never too
we got
late.
we got a fight that's coming up, you know, that we've been wanting that may be too late. So sometimes, you know what I mean? Like if he beat Sean, is it proving anything?
I mean, not really to me. I don't think he need to beat Sean to prove himself, but I think to all the naysayers and all that, it'll get him in the mix.
Okay. I mean, you know, one thing about the game is that, man, once you get these fighters in the position, you got to make these fights happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The only fight that didn't happen when it's supposed to happen was Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. I think that was 4 or 5 years too late.
Right.
But they still call it the biggest fight in America, which I don't understand how y'all call it the biggest fight if Manny just got knocked out by Marquez, and you still had this upbeat for him to fight Floyd.
Right. After Floyd beat Canelo, they ran back to Manny. We need something. You know what I mean? And they say, okay, here's a question they got for you. What's your take on if Ward was to come out of retirement and go head to head with Canelo, who you got winning?
Oh man, you know I need to get Ward one tune up, but I like Ward, man. He good boxing.
I said the same thing. Champ.
I like to get Andre Ward one tune up, and then anything after that, man, with Andre Ward.
That's what I said. I said the same thing. Everybody's like, he need like 3 tune-ups. That man don't need no 3 tune-ups, man.
I think he need a tune-up, man. But I like Andre Ward.
He definitely need a tune-up. Just get the cobwebs out.
That's it. Yeah, because you know you got to get back to get used to get hit in the ring. You got to get back to used to having the lights and all that. You know what I mean? So I think that's something different. You know what I mean? Than boxing in the gym.
All right, here it come. What you think about what happened Saturday night?
Oh man, you know me. I mean, I kind of, you know, my thing is, I shouldn't be saying this, but I picked Tyson Fury.
That's not a bad pick.
I know one thing about Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is like if you look at him, he's like a Larry Holmes. They don't have the best bodies, but they got the best jab in the business.
Okay.
As long as you got the best jab in the business, you can be the best puncher in the business.
Right.
So Tyson Fury was mentally and physically focused. I don't think Deontay Wilder can handle the mental and the focus that Tyson Fury had, because the way Tyson Fury talked, you want to hurt him, you want to kill him, but that's his game plan. So I took Tyson Fury, man, but I was surprised it went to 11. I took Tyson Fury in 10.
Oh wow, okay. I mean, when he first came out in the first round and he was going to the body, I was like, okay, because it looked like it was bothering Tyson Fury. Like he didn't really know what to do at the moment. But then when he went, when he was going to the corner after the first round, he took that deep breath. I said, that ain't good.
You know what I say? This is a different Deontay Wilder.
Right.
The first round when he started jabbing to the body, second round came out the same way. He was a little more aggressive. He was jabbing to the body. I said, okay, now we see a different Deontay Wilder. But once I seen Tyson Fury start getting his rhythm back and start punching and start jabbing, I said, okay, now we got a different problem. Now, when he dropped, you know, Tyson Fury, I said, oh man, this is gonna be something. But if he would have kept his composure, out jabbed him, outworked him, he probably would have won. But he went for the kill shot. And when you go for the kill shot, you got to understand what you got a guy like Tyson Fury, 270, 280. I don't care how big he is. He's one of the best, you know, elusive fighters at heavyweight that I've seen, like I said, since Larry Holmes.
Man, yeah. I mean, when you look back at when he had him hurt, if he'd have took his time and he knew how to land those certain shots, because he was just loading up, and he was missing, and Tyson Fury was able to wiggle himself out. I mean, some people may dispute to say the count took a little long, but at the end of the day, he still got up, and you had an opportunity to get him out of there and couldn't get him.
Well, you know what? This what I heard in the gym today, and I just left the gym and I heard this today, and I wasn't really sure because I was watching the fights. You know, you in the heat of the moment, you're watching the fight, and they said it was a 15 count again, right? So they said the first fight, it was a 10 count. Then they gave him 5 seconds to get himself together to walk over here, walk over here, walk over there. Okay. So now they tell me today in the gym that it was another 15-second count. But I mean, I can't judge that. I don't know nothing about that. But I just know that at this point in time, that Tyson Fury was the better fighter, the bigger fighter, and the most elusive fighter. And it take a lot to beat a guy like that.
Yeah. I mean, when he finally went down and that last time, I said, that's it. That's it. When he went down that one last time, I said, that's it, man.
Well, you gotta understand, a lot of both of those guys that was throwing punches, they was missing a lot of punches. But what happened was, Tyson Fury, everybody can call a foul for everything. They said, Fury was down too many times. I can say that Tyson Fury hit him behind the back of his head. So, it's a lot of stuff that you could say. But the fight was, like I said, man, Tyson Fury was going to outbox him, was going to beat him. And Deontay Wilder, at this point right now, man, I don't know where he go from here. And we'll see what he do next.
I think he should go home, have a nice little keep busy fight at home, and do that. See where you at from there.
Well, you gotta understand one thing, man. You come from a D1, a D4 school football player. That's where they just let you in to go to college. To say we got you on the team, and he became heavyweight champ of the world. And even with this fight, he probably gained another 30 million. I think he said 30 million. So I just feel like at this point right now, a guy that they didn't think was going to be 10-0, 11-0, and you'd have made over 200 million in your career, then I think it's maybe time, man, that maybe, is it for you. But I don't know his mental game was mental sight. But I know one thing, when I got knocked out, I was like, hold up, man, or I got stopped. It plays a lot on your mental.
Okay. So, I mean, that ain't a bad idea. I just know people would probably want to see him like one more time, one more swan dance. You know what I mean? I think people would want to see him at least one more time.
Well, I'll tell you this. I still love to see Tyson Fury fight Usyk. And on the undercard, I love to see Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, that would be too good. That'd be too
I love to see that.
That'd be
and I just think right now, we need to make the fights that need to be made. You know what I mean? Like the Terence Crawford, Sean Porter, that's too late. It should have been Terence Crawford versus Earl Spence. You know what I mean? So a lot of the fights is just too late of what we trying to do. And because of the promotional and the management companies and the TV company, man, you know what I mean? Like I said before, man, it's organized crime. So you got to figure out what organization you want to be with.
Right. What other fights you got on your wish list? Like, no matter what other
you got to speak up. I can't hear you.
I said, what other fights do you got on your wish list?
Good.
I got a guess for you too.
So,
hey, look, hey, this dude right here, man, one of my co-pals right here, man. I used to work with him for years, man. Good kid, man. Good dude, man. And he get ready to come out, man. They say he about to fight Chop Chop. I just don't. I don't know, man. I don't see Chop Chop and this guy fighting each other, man. I trained this guy. I know him. I know him. You know what I mean? So I just don't see that fight happen. But he says it's gonna happen. He gonna start. We need to call Chop Chop to get him on this live, man.
Which Chop Chop?
We need to call Chop Chop to get him on live so we can see what's gonna happen. Because I just was out Vegas, man. Talking to Chop Chop. And then I come home and they say my prescriber's my partner fighting Chop Chop. So I don't know what's up, man.
Wait a minute. You talking about little Chop Chop or the Chop Chop?
I'm talking about Chop Chop, the old 140-pound champion, man.
What?
So he coming out of retirement to fight a young gun.
I'm gonna say this, man. I love Chop, man. I get it. The fire still lit, but come on, man.
I'm trying to figure out. Hey. They said they got Chop Chop picked over the young gunner.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you got a fight coming up soon. You got a fight coming up soon, right?
Yeah. They should let me and Chop Chop fight. Nah, I quit, bro. I ain't doing that. So yeah, this little dude, man, this little dude right here, he's a train man. Like me and him been together for years. You know what I mean? So I don't really see it. He called me today and said, he fighting Chop Chop, and then my dad working back with him. I don't feel nobody that outwork me or my dad, but my dad working back with him. So I don't really see this fight going the distance. You know what I'm saying? But I got to call my man back and ask him, is this really serious, man? Because I don't like to go against the old champions, man.
If
But this
somebody
the
got a
young
way,
dog.
if somebody got a way of getting in contact with him, I send him a link right now. He can fit on here. This is interesting.
So what you think about that, sir? What you think about that, Sean?
Talking about me?
Yeah, you.
Man, I think I'm gonna beat him. I think he too
Oh,
old.
so listen.
I think his
So
reflexes
let me ask you a question.
you know what I'm saying?
So if it go to distance, you don't want to win. You want a knockout. So if it go to distance, you gonna give him the win?
Hell nah. If it go to distance, that mean I beat his ass every round. If it go to distance, it just like I probably just, you know what I'm saying, use the jab every round, pick them apart. That's how I see it if it go to distance. But I feel
my goodness.
I honestly feel like I'm gonna get him out of there with like a 1-2 or something. Or
I did
1-1
not
shit.
expect this.
Well, this, man. I'm about to call. I need to call Chop right now. Make sure
I
this
know
is
he got his
serious, man.
little
Because
hook and shit.
I don't
He still got
believe
his
you.
little hook, but I feel like if I feint him enough, he gonna keep throwing his hook. I'm gonna catch his timing. And once I take that away from him, it's like it's over. I probably jab at his jab hand or something. Just, you know what I'm saying? I'm a decoy because I know he don't throw his left hand that much. I did watch a couple of his old fights, his last recent fights. He don't throw his left hand that much, and his head movement a little off. So I feel like I'm fast enough to frustrate him for real. At least
This is real.
Open the cut, something.
This is real. This is real.
Man,
Somebody connected to DeMarcus Corley, Chop Corley. Send him. Tell him to look at the live right now. I will give him the link.
Yeah, we need him to come on the line right now. We got a young dude that's disrespecting somebody gonna knock him out and everything.
Oh my!
He said that if he don't knock him out, right, like he only want his name on his resume. Now Chop be in tip top shape. So I mean, like
it be like he be running a lot, right? And it be looking like he be in shape, but he get tired every fight I see. So it's like a lot of people. I be seeing a lot of people doing a lot of running and shit, working out. They be looking like they're in top shape, but in the fight, it's like they still be getting tired. So it's like he ain't in shape to me. He just can make weight. And I ain't understand that shit until I was just where I was at, right? In the feds, a dude told me stop focusing on trying to make the weight, focus on trying to get in shape. And that probably was my problem. Kept trying to lose the weight instead of being in shape. And that's why I think like with Chop Chop, he more so focused on his weight versus his actual shape. Because he be getting tired. Like even this last fight I just saw, he fought somebody that was mediocre and he quit. You know what I'm saying? He quit. That told me like his passion gone because he quit. Anytime they quit, his passion gone. That's how I'm looking at it.
I was not ready for this. I was not ready for this, man. I did not know.
Man, I got to turn my volume. I couldn't hear no more.
Can you hear either one of us?
Go ahead, I got you.
Hey man, I wasn't ready for this, man. I wasn't ready for this. Somebody got to find Chop Chop, man.
Yeah, man. Well, listen. He called me the day I was leaving the gym, and he said, "Man, I called him. He called me. I called him back, and he said, I'm fighting Chop Chop." I said, "Hold up, man. D Chop Chop." And he said, "Yeah, what I'm saying, like this my guy right here. You know what I mean?" So, I wasn't really sure that was going to take place. So, at this point, I really don't know if it's still going to take place. But they say Chop Chop been talking a lot, saying what he going to do to him, and said that if the commission okay to fight, he going to knock him out. So, if the commission okay to fight, he going to knock somebody out that's 20 years younger than him. And we seen what happened with Evander Holyfield.
Now that was
somebody 20 years younger, and they ain't even make it past 2 minutes of the round.
I feel like
I do know Chop Chop like that, like they compete, like they perform, but at some point, sometime, man, you got these young guys, you gotta let them go ahead about their business. But it is what it is.
Man, I'm trying to find a way to get to him.
I'm trying to get to him on Instagram or something.
I'm trying to
Oh,
find.
you know how to get in touch with him, but you need to get him on the line then.
I'm
Because we need to
trying.
make sure this real.
I'm working on it. Hey, I'm trying to find him. I thought he was talking about Little Chop Chop.
No.
Nah. I think Lord Chop Chop still a minor, right?
He said he'll fight both of them at the same night.
Well, Little Chop Chop was on Instagram Live with Zab them the other night. He said he a pro fighter. Said he got a couple fights already underneath his belt.
When was that?
But so you want Little Chop Chop or the old Chop Chop? Which one?
I murdered Lord Chop Chop. I ain't gonna lie. I murdered Lord Chop Chop.
Oh God.
Lord Chop Chop. He ain't nothing like Chop Chop. Yeah,
So the father called you out.
yeah, basically. He said, man, he said the commission, if the commission okay that, man, he said the commission ain't gonna do that. They ain't gonna let me do that to that boy.
Do that to you mean?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So you in the gym right now. So when he see you, he let him know that you getting ready for the fight.
Yeah, twice a day.
Woo!
And Chop Chop normally fight 140, so he took the fight at what, 147 this time?
Yep.
So he really think you a joke.
Yeah, nah, he do. I mean, he got the right to though. I mean, he fought who he fought, so he probably thinking, you know what I'm saying, like he you know, in his mind.
Oh, we trying to get Chop Chop on the phone, bro. We try to get him on the camera.
We
trying.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. See, somebody tagged him too.
In his mind, he feel like he beat Mike Fox. In his mind.
Huh?
In his mind. That's in his mind. Everybody know that Mike Fox beat him, but in his mind, you know, in the interview, he was like, he thought he won. So he probably feel like, yeah, I still got it. Then with Hank Lundy, he felt like he beat Hank Lundy, so he probably still.
I thought he beat Hank too. I thought he beat Hank.
Then he be spawning shit with the young guys, you know, on YouTube and shit. So
I thought he beat Hank too.
Yeah, I thought he beat Hank. I
ain't watch it.
Yeah, I thought he beat Hank.
Yeah, but that was like,
man, you sound like you all. It don't look like you in the gym, bro. It look like you all back cleaning some windows or something.
I'm about to go to the gym. Nah, I'm gonna show you what I'm doing.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm right here. I'm helping my grandmother out with her yard and shit. Taking
you doing your land? Oh, hey, my man doing his landscaping, sweating, getting the weight down. And what you gonna do?
About to go to the gym at 5:30.
Okay.
I
need to get Chop on this line, man, because man, Chop been knocking people out for a long time, bro.
Hey, how many people on here, Fox?
Huh?
How many people on here?
It's hard to see. Like I got the live in like 4 or 5 different locations. Like you on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at the same time.
Okay.
So yeah, I send you.
Why would you trying to call? Hold up. What are you trying to call somebody else out of something?
Nah, I don't be calling nobody out. Hey, you was on there yesterday though when I was talking to Zed, right?
Right. You was going at it with Dream Killer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's why I told you tap in.
Yeah, man. So you know,
I had to stand up for DC fighters and shit, man. They was talking greasy yesterday.
Who was talking greasy about DC fighters?
Zab and Flex. I held it down though. They said New York fighters better and shit for some reason.
I wish I heard that whole thing. I wish I heard that.
Look, right? Then they got some dude named Skip on there, right? So they like, man, you don't know Skip, you don't know nobody. I'm like, that's not the commissioner Skip. Who is he? They like, man, he do like interviews and shit out Vegas, but he from DC. So I'm like, how he doing it out Vegas, but he relevant in DC? How am I supposed to know him if he in Vegas?
Right. Yeah, I know what they talking about though. I know what they talking about.
Yeah, I just met him yesterday. He got on the live.
Oh, Skip got on there yesterday? Skip got on there?
He got on there feeling like I was disrespecting him. I said, man, you ain't never do nothing in DC, and you telling me you did everything in Vegas. How is that disrespectful to say your name not relevant in DC?
Wow. Okay.
That's all I was saying, because they basically said if I don't know him, I ain't nobody. But I said, where you from?
Oh man, if I knew they was doing all that, man, I'd have tapped in with you last night. I didn't know they was doing like that. I'd have jumped in there.
Nah, it was all funny games though.
Yeah, I'd have jumped in there.
And he was getting on cat ass though.
That's another story. That's another story. That's another story, man.
Wow.
But yeah,
Hey,
man.
look, man, this what I need you to do. You just stay focused, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. If the fight come up, it come up. You know what I'm saying? Right now, you don't know how it's gonna work, how it's looking right now, but just stay focused and do what you gotta do for the fight. Other than that, man, you know what I'm saying? That's all you can do. You can't get caught up on these these phone conversation battles. You know what I'm saying? These battles over Facebook and Instagram Live. So just do what you gotta do. Just stay ready for the fight. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Yeah, nah, if it don't happen this fight, it's gonna happen in November then.
But
It's been out
even
there
with the
now.
Instagram Live, Facebook with Zab and all them,
Yeah,
you gotta let them see your work. Right now, your work ain't you know what I'm saying, ain't been up to par like you really want it. So once you get back in the position, start knocking people back out, then guess what? Ain't nothing else they can say.
right.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let your hands, your fists do the talking, not your mouth.
Yeah, nah, that's facts.
But you are fighting on the next card that y'all posted, right?
Yeah, 29th.
October 29th. So let
Yeah,
the people
shout out.
let the people know where you at. Let the people know where you
October
at.
29th, we're at the Mystic Stadium in Southeast DC. Cornell Hines versus DeMarcus Corley.
Who? 4-time world champion?
DeMarcus
You
Corley.
ain't never went past 6 rounds. You
Shot
fighting a 4-time world champion.
in 6 rounds. That's it.
How many rounds y'all fight?
6 rounds.
Man, 6 rounds, you fighting a 4-time world champion.
He been 12 rounds, 12 times. But that was
Okay.
that was 12 years ago though. That shit old.
Woo!
Yeah, that shit old.
DMV, y'all heard it. Y'all heard it first. Boxing in DC, y'all heard it. My man Cornell Hines versus DeMarcus Chop Corley, October 29th at the Mixon Stadium in Southeast. Be there or be
Yes.
square. Be there or be square, baby. Any way you look at it, it's a whole card of DMV fighters on there. Come out there, show your love, respect, and support. There it is. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I need my grass cut.
I feel like my fight gonna steal the show though. I feel like I'm gonna have the most competitive fight, and my fight gonna steal the show.
You not gonna wash him up? You not gonna wash him?
I said my fight gonna steal the show.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna leave it
That
there.
mean my fight. I feel like my fight gonna be the best fight. We both coming off layoff for real. He ain't fight. Well, he fought that bare knuckle shit, but you know what I'm saying. He been active on that, but he ain't really fighting boxing.
How'd he do on the bare knuckle? How'd he do on the bare knuckle?
He quit in 4 rounds.
For real? He was getting beat up?
Man, I think the dude he fought, like his pro record, like probably like 5 and 2.
Yeah. You know, I told myself, man, you can't take nothing like that. You know what I mean? With the bare knuckles and all that, man, look, don't do that. Like even with the boxing part, it's a totally different game. And even when I watched the fight, it was totally different. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, you coming out boxing and all that with the bare knuckle, but it was like a rough house Saturday. You know what I mean? So I don't think he should have never been there at all. But you know what I'm saying? Like he quit. And one thing about that is that, man, you don't put yourself in a situation, man, you can't get out.
That's true. That's true, man. I mean, like what keeps the fire lit in those guys though, man? Like him, Tarver, Shannon Briggs. You wouldn't think that you would think that they just fought last week. I mean, you would really like they stay hungry. Like, what is it that keep that fire lit like that though?
Well, see, one thing about Tarver, man, Shannon Briggs and those guys, man, they love the camaraderie. They love the excitement about it. You know what I mean? As a fighter, when you retire, you stop doing it, you love the excitement about it. You know what I mean? So when you go to different shows and stuff like that, you love the excitement. So I think, those guys love the excitement of coming back with the celebrity boxing. However, I just think Holyfield had the wrong opponent because he fought a guy that, was an MMA guy. You know what I mean? And, I thought Riddick Bowe had the right opponent, which was, Lamar Odom. But they didn't have the fight. They didn't let the fight go on.
They didn't have
so you got to be able to just have the right opponent. You know what I mean? But you got James Toney fighting Jeremy Williams, who was in the 88 trials with me. I think that's something even. If you got two fighters that been in it, that's something different. But just having to fight these celebrity fights and guys that's MMA, the MMA training is definitely bigger and stronger than boxing. So I would never take that.
What do you think about the person GT?
You know, a
fighting?
lot of people got away with it. You know, Floyd got away with it. Jake Paul got away with it. You know, but at the same thing, it was just like boxing was on a hold because of the pandemic. So you didn't have nothing going on. You know, and with the pandemic, it hurt a lot of the older fighters because you got a whole year off. So you got guys like, you know, let's say Triple G, who's a older fighter, but now he off for a whole year. Now look what he lost. He lost 3 years. So, you know, it all depends on, you know, who you are, what you want it.
Okay. Okay. Cause like I said, them dudes stay hungry, man. You what do you say? You guys are good. My support to you hosts. Thank you, champion. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. You know, and for those that just tapped in, man, we on the line with former what I'm saying. Hall of Fame world champion Mark II Sharp Johnson. And we got another boxer on the line, Cornell Hines, who got a fight coming up with Chop Calling. Look out, y'all. Look out. We lit.
Yeah, man, this gonna be this gonna be nice.
Find me on Instagram at Real Cornell Hines. Yeah, this is gonna be a good fight though. I'm actually excited about it though, for real, because you know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, he was a world
Hey,
champion.
look at find him on Instagram, right? So let him know who y'all think gonna win this fight. You know, it's a young guy, was the old guy. You know, we're doing a great interview right here, man, on live. So let them know who's gonna take the fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the fight gonna happen. I don't think the fight even gonna go to the you know, the walk in the ring. But we'll see what happens.
Please, somebody, if you anybody that can find Chop Calling on any site, let them know. If he on Twitter,
you know, Chop don't be ducking work though, so I know he gonna take the fight, and I'm taking the fight, so I know it's gonna happen.
Hey, you on Instagram? If you on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, YouTube, find him. Get Chop in here.
Well, you know he ain't ducking no work, man. He probably in the kitchen cooking or something. You know, he got his cooking channel and all that now. You know, he cooking, he doing everything. So, you know, I know he ain't ducking no work.
Hey, Mark, man, real talk though, man. Real talk. If this do happen, if it don't happen, please, somebody tell Chop, man, enough is enough.
You know, that's you know, that's my biggest thing right there, man. You know, like, you know, when you're dealing with these fighters right now, you're dealing with you know, a lot of guys that, you know, like I said, once again, you miss it. I don't know if he just showed miss it because he's been around, you know, when a lot of fighters have already retired.
Right.
And, you know, it comes back to some of the things that we talk about with guys like me, Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, who are the guys that, let's say Evander Holyfield, you know, guys that come back and you mess up, you know, everything that you've done for Evander Holyfield for that one loss. Is it really worth it? You know what I mean? So, you know, Chop came back with 4 or 5 different fights and fights that we know he shouldn't have took. But, you know, we don't understand what goes on. That's why we want to get him on here now. But, you know, once again, man, personal friend of mine, man, you know, he got to do what he got to do for his family. So, you know, I can't really say why he should have took it or what he should do.
I know, man, because it seemed like it's like his career just never ended. He stay at it.
Yeah, so you know, everybody got different things they do, you know. So I'm just looking forward to this show, man, that's coming up, you know, and we'll see what happens, man. It's gonna be a good show for DC. A lot of young guys that's back in here in DC fighting, and we'll see what happens with that.
Definitely, man, definitely. I'm listen. I'm going to his Instagram. I'm going to his inbox on Instagram now to send him a link to see if we can get him. I'm trying to get him. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man.
Hey, look, any other time you'll say, man, you know, a landscaper can't be the world champion. But at this point right now, you know, man, you know, I'm picking the landscaper.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Like I said, those just tapping in, man. We on with the Hall of Famer himself, Mark II Sharp Johnson, man.
How you going?
Man, I'm all over the place right now, man. I'm trying to hold it back in. Oh,
Yeah, so he looks so man. Like I say, man, we're gonna try to get him on the line, man. I'm gonna be right here, right now. I'm calling out, man. Great interview, great show. Let's see if we can get some things done, man. I'm only a phone call away. I'm on an interview away, man. The real Two Shop, man. At Gmail, that's me. Follow me back on that, or Two Shop Johnson on Instagram. Mark Two Shop Johnson on Facebook. So everything looking good, man. I'm getting ready to do a show October 29th, October 22nd, back in Arizona with the commentating. I'll be doing something on that one. And then I'm working on some other shows with the commentating. So, everything is trying to look up, man. Just doing what I do.
Okay. And you say you got a fight card in Arizona. You say you got a fight card in Arizona?
Gonna be, October 22nd. So we got a lot of other coming young guys on that. And then, we be coming right back on another show. I'll be coming back and see what they're doing in DC on the 29th. And then I'll be ready to bounce back out in November. I got a young kid, Max Garland, I'm working with now. Who's making his pro debut. Who just signed with Al Heyman now. Then I'll be working with Anthony Peterson. Who I just left the gym with. Lamont Peterson, brother, who'll be fighting in November. So, it's a lot of things that I'm just looking forward to right now. We'll see how things go.
And Anthony's fight is in DC, correct?
One thing about Anthony, man, the way he look in the gym, he fighting in DC, but at this point right now, man, I think Anthony can beat most of the guys in the top 10. Anthony look great, he look good. Just gotta get the rest off him. But Anthony looked good today. We had a good session in the day. So we're gonna bring Mr. Hines in there with us, man, get some good work. And man, we just ready to take it to the next level.
Okay. So down here at DC DMV, we got quite a few events coming up.
Let them know, man. Lamont Peterson and Mark Two Shop Johnson, man, is teaming up, man.
Okay. Lamont Peterson teaming up together to train. Anthony got a fight coming up. Mr. Hines got a fight coming up. DC, we got work in these streets. You know what I mean? Come out there, man. Support these guys. Be there for these guys, because that's what this come down to. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's my son right there, for real.
Oh,
that's my son. He don't want to say that. That's my son. He don't want to say that, though. But look, he gonna be all right, though. Listen, I'm telling you right now, man. He got some good work going on. He training good. My dad back working with him. I just don't really see this is a fight that that I can see them taking. I don't think they're gonna fight Cornell. I wouldn't at this point right now. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying. So we gotta see what things gonna happen.
Wow.
On the ropes on here?
Huh?
That's on the ropes.
I don't know.
Just commented just now.
Nah. It's somebody from YouTube. It may be on the ropes. It's just somebody. It's that just tapped in.
Yeah.
So I'm out, man. Everything good, man. You got me. Call anytime you need me. Call me. I'm out.
Appreciate you, champion.
All right, Mark. Yeah, I thought that was my man right there, man, on the ropes.
Nah, it was another one. Said good in it. Y'all stay good, fella. Y'all stay out. Boxing the DC. We in there. Hey. Boxing the DC group. Appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate you tapping in with me too, Cornell. Anything else you want to say to the guys before we jump up out of here?
Like I said, man, follow me on Instagram, Real Cornell Hines. You can see the spelling of my name right here. Just put real in front of it. I know a lot of people gonna be doubting me. A lot of people gonna be backing me, but you know what I'm saying? It's up to me. So all I'm saying is I need y'all to come there. That's it. Y'all can make y'all decision after the fight. Whether you gonna support me, follow me, believe in me, whatever.
October 29th, y'all. October 29th, here in the DMV. Then, like I said, in November, you got Anthony Peterson coming up. We got a lot of fight cards coming up. Make sure y'all get out there, man. Show your support, man. And we definitely want to keep our eyes on this situation with you and Chop Chop. I'm going to definitely keep my ears to the street for this one. You know what I mean? But with that said, y'all, we're going to go ahead and get out of here, man. As always, man, it's been a blast. Follow my man at the Real Cornette Hines on Instagram. You got a Twitter?
I got Twitter. I don't really be on there though, but it's the
Okay.
same thing. It's the same thing. Real Cornell Hines.
Okay, man. Make sure y'all follow him. Make sure y'all support him, man. And we're gonna go ahead, man, and move on, man. Appreciate you, champion. Salute. Back. Yo. Until the next time, man. We got I believe either not tomorrow, probably Wednesday or Thursday. We're gonna have Donnell Boone. We're gonna put a couple of clips up on Facebook and YouTube of him. And this is a story y'all definitely gotta hear. You definitely gotta hear. Just like when Two Shop said earlier in the interview, he was like, the fighters that everybody look at and they see their record, those the fighters that people stay away from. Like Donnell Boone is that guy. Because when you look at his record, you'd be like, oh, nah, man, who is this guy? But when you look up and see that he fought Andre Ward, Sergey Kovalev, Erzlandi Lara, Adonis Stevenson. I mean, he's been in the ring with everybody, and he wasn't just in the ring. He actually fought them. You know what I mean? Like, he knocked out Adonis Stevenson in the first fight. You know what I mean? He dropped Andre Ward. Like, yeah, some of these people some of our fighters that we bigged up and looked at, this man been in the ring, and they had a hard way to go with this guy. So, yes, definitely be on the lookout for that interview coming soon, with Donnell Boone, man. But until the next time, man, appreciate y'all for tapping in. Shout out. One.